Yo, yo, what is going on, people? It's your boy State, back with another commentary. This time we're doing it, I'll switch it up a little bit, do a little NBA 2K. I put my first game up. Didn't want to really talk over it. Just wanted to let y'all go ahead, sit back, relax, watch the game, enjoy it. This is my second game. We played this, me and Sim played this game pretty much right after the first one. So, you know, it's just games from the same night. And played Celtics Knicks. I'm a Celtics fan, he's a Knicks fan. Every game, gotta play with my Celtics, gotta play with my boy Pierce. See how he plays, see what I can do with him. I actually was able to get busy with him last year, so let's go ahead and check this game out. See if I can do the same thing here. But I'm not really gonna talk about the game too much, more or less. Let's talk about my impressions of the game, things I've noticed, things I like, things I don't, all the usual stuff. Let's go ahead and start by I don't really care too much for visuals. The game does look nice. You know, the graphics and everything, it looks real good. The little extra stuff they added, like, the little things they added to the halftime show. Talking about, games coming up and stuff like that. All that's nice. To me, it doesn't really, doesn't matter a great deal to me. I notice it. It doesn't really matter too much to me, though. The gameplay. The game runs pretty smooth, actually. A lot of the stuff they added into it, a lot of the animations. Like, I noticed one thing, for me anyway, is that, you can't just take your guy and just start up. Like if you gotta run and you gotta move around your guy, it takes a while to start up. That doesn't get up to full speed right off the break. You gotta actually work your way into it. And that does take a little getting used to. I wasn't used to it by the time this game was going. But I did get used to it eventually. Oh, and in this game, I did learn how to call plays, but it's not in this video. So, I knew about the little quick play menu. But as far as running actual plays, you'll see that in future videos, but in this one, you won't see it. Alright, well, just for offense, I like the dribble moves, just, being able to move around the court and go into different, size up moves, different gathers to take your shots, and the post game. The offense really seems like it plays pretty smooth. Other than the randomly dribbling the ball off your foot or your opponent's foot or whatever. Other than that, I'm cool with the way the game plays offensively. Defensively, it takes a little getting used to, but if you're used to 2K, you'll get used to it. You'll adjust to it. You'll get into the game a little bit, and then you'll see easiest way to play defense. The best way to go about defending somebody, stuff like that. I will say that they have up the AI of your teammates. Like the lead pass under the basket thing. It's not gone, but it's a lot more difficult. Because your guys, you can try it, but your guys won't pass the ball high all the time. They'll pass it chest high, which leads to it getting stolen a lot. So you have to really be careful about throwing that pass when you throw it, who's standing where, so it doesn't get picked off and just taken the other way. I will say, I don't know what I was doing there, but I will say a couple of times it's just the animations just kind of leading into each other. Like a lot of the dribble moves will lead into each other, and good shot by Ray. I will say, when you get, this is one thing that, I don't know if it's just something that I've noticed. Sorry about that, I don't know why my voice got real high pitched there. But something that I've noticed, I'm not really sure if it's just one or the other, but to me, just the court seems really small. I don't know if they made the court smaller or they just made the players bigger. But if you go ahead, like say you just go ahead and ISO at the top of the key, like if I ISO Pierce at the top of the key against whoever, you'll have Ray and Rondo on the wings, KG, JO inside. It just doesn't really seem like no matter what I do, I mean, I can get to my spot and get a shot up, but, depending on where I go, there will always be somebody there. Like, no matter where I go, I won't truly be open. There'll be somebody else standing there just right, just waiting on me. And I'm not really sure if it's just, I know for one reason why they did it, it was to help, the help defense as far as, helping down inside, keeping easy stuff out of the paint. Which I agree with. That definitely to me was a problem. That's always been in 2K. It's just too easy to score in the paint. Even with the changes last year, I think it was too easy to score in the paint. They definitely fixed the ball physics, I think. As far as the ball not going through your your player's hands when you go up for a block or a swat or something, not going through people's arms. And they definitely did a good job in fixing that. A little step back move. It looks real fluid now, and I really like that. Once you get used to the different shot animations and the different shot releases, I think people will really start to enjoy this game. Because I know when I first, the first night me and Sin were playing, I couldn't stand the game. I couldn't, it just annoyed me. But the more I've played it, the more I've gotten used to it, and it actually feels really good. Like, it actually plays really well. But you see right here, everything just feels real congested at times. It's just, I don't know. To me, it just feels like the things get backed up way too easy. You can have a wide open lane, and it's, nobody will be even close to you. But by the time you get to the paint, there'll be 3 guys surrounding you. And you can, to me, I run a lot of drive and kick anyway. I'm not trying to, if I get into the paint, it's usually not to score, especially if it's with a point guard. I'm usually driving to set up a perimeter shot, whether it's mid or 3-point range. I'm usually driving to set up a perimeter jumper. And it works for me because the defense always collapses, always leaving somebody open if somebody gets in the paint, regardless if the big men come in or not. The guards from the outside or the forwards will always come in to stop. That was a nice move right there. The guards, the perimeter players will always come in to help, and it will always leave somebody wide open. I don't know if there's a way to get your players to stay at home, to prevent that, because it does give up a lot of easy wide open shots. But it's also realistic because that's how people get open, by driving the ball, forcing the defense to collapse in, and kicking it out for an open shot. I will say that one thing right there, that kind of annoys me a little bit, but I've gotten a lot better at it. My boy Pierce going to work. The dribbling the ball off your foot thing. That first night, it was getting on my nerves. Like, I couldn't stand it. It was just, I just have turnover after turnover, because I keep dribbling the ball off my foot, or just dribbling the ball off my teammate's foot or whatever. See, to me, you can still score in the paint, but it's a lot more difficult because just the animations just seem like they take a little bit longer than they did last year, and the defense reacts a lot faster, jumping up and getting their hands on the ball, and it just doesn't, makes, shooting layups in the paint a lot harder. I've been able to get a lot of dunks, just a lot of dunk on animations. But as far as layups in the paint with smaller players, it's a lot more difficult. You need stuff like that to kick in, but guys are boxing out, or somebody's just not paying attention in order to really, get in there and shoot a layup without it being blocked. But to me, the post game really smooth. A lot of the stuff in this game just plays really well. And it's just, I mean, the more I play it, I really think I'm going to enjoy this game more and more. Just, you know, once you get used to it. Yeah, that too, that right there, just kind of reminded me of something. The little barrier they used to have in past games, you know, keeping players in bounds, you know, when they're running along the 3-point line. That definitely seems like it's gone. Like, it's still there. You'll see it at times, but you'll step out of bounds a lot more. You know, just because the barrier's gone. And it's just, you know, it's just a lot easier to just, you know, you run along the baseline, then out of nowhere, bam, out of bounds, going the other way. And I like that because I know a lot of people used to abuse driving baseline because they knew, you know, unless they pressed toward the baseline for more than 2 to 3 seconds, they weren't going to go out of bounds anyway, so they would just abuse it. But yeah, I mean, there will be more games coming. At a 2K Association, I'm in, starting up soon. So I'm looking forward to, you know, playing over there. I got the Suns over there. So, you know, you'll see a lot of up-tempo running gun gameplay. It's not the way I always play, but, you know, I like running up and down. I like fast tempo offense. I can run half court, but I like fast tempo running up and down. You know, I mean, it should be fun. It should be. I hope you guys are ready to see some 2K. I'm still gonna throw Madden up here, throw some gears up here. I might go back, throw another Mortal Kombat game up here if I can ever play that game again. I haven't played it in probably a month, so you know, I'm definitely rusty. But you know, we'll see if I can get back on there. There we go. Good fast break right there. I mean, if I will say, I mean, for this game, I was really excited for this game to come out, man. You know, no basketball. I love basketball, and you know, I heard that the rookies weren't going to come out in this game. You know, probably about a couple of weeks before the game actually came out. So I know a lot of people, they've been upset when they put the game in, saw there wasn't no, you know, with no rookies, no Kyrie Irving, no Derrick Rose. But you know, if you had been listening and just paying attention, I mean, you know, they kind of, you know, they had been saying that they weren't going to be any rookies in the game. So if you didn't know it was rookies, it's because you wasn't really researching the game and looking things up on it. But you know, some people do, some people don't. No, not really too much. There's a lot more I could say, but I don't remember what I wanted to talk about, so no reason for me to hold you guys hostage, I guess. Or I could, just because I can. Yeah, I think I will. Rebounding. I mean, they made it a little bit different. I mean, you know, just because your guy, look at that nice little block there. No, Green picked the ball up. But yeah, I'll let y'all go. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next video. Might be Madden. Pretty sure it'll be Madden. I'm gonna catch y'all later.
New York with the change here too. Stoudemire's checked in. Paul Pierce is checked in for Boston. And Lou Groove in for the Knicks. Tony Turioff is checked in for Jesse. Anthony comes in for Sean Williams. Andrew Fields checking in for Bill Walker. And Chauncey Billups is subbed in for Tony Douglas. Here's Billups looking for his first bucket of the game. Off the pick. Shot by Stoudemire, no good.
In 2005, with the Phoenix Suns, Mike D'Antoni was coach of the year. The Knicks brought him in to bring some of that winning formula he had in the desert to the Big Apple, and it finally paid off last year.
The pass to Garnett. Covered by Anthony. 4 on the shot clock.
Great defensive work right there. The quick hands lead to the turnover.
Goes up. And Boston with the rebound. Parkey made the playoffs. And Mike D'Antoni had been playing some good up-tempo ball. Steve, did you like it? Did it fit what they had there? What was your overall feel on what D'Antoni did when he had a full roster?
Well, he had a tough job because the roster changed so dramatically with the Carmelo trade. But I
like it. I think the style suits the personnel and vice versa. And I think this has a chance to be a very good team in the NBA this year.
Again, the miss by Stoudemire. Celtics leading by 11. Barnett backing down. And Turioff pulls it down.
Terrific defense at the rim. They got right in his path.
You know, that's part of what great defenders do. They get not only in your path, but in your head a little bit, too.
Unfortunately, he just has not been able to produce offensively to this point.
And he converts the layup. 11 points for Paul Pierce.
You know, it's a plus to get good looks in the paint. And when you can get them, you got to score them.
Phillips kicks to Anthony. Trying to get back on track. And he sails in for the layup. Anthony's got 8 points.
And he's so graceful around the rim. Sometimes you forget how strong he is.
Well, you know, after the long playoff drought, the Knicks were finally back in the postseason last year. Did not quite turn out the way they hoped it would. But still, you got to think something to build on.
And Rajon Rondo, the basket on the assist from Kevin Garnett. And the Celtics lead by 13. 18 feet away, and Stoudemire, the bucket on the assist by Billups. 6 points for Stoudemire. Yeah, back in the Knicks-Celtics series, Steve, the Knicks were swept, but they were hurt in a big way by injuries. Earlier, Clark was talking about the injured point guard Chauncey Billups. He was a big missing.
Yeah, he was gone after game one. Remember, Marty Stoudemire hurt his back in game two and wasn't the same at that point. You keep those guys healthy, and I think that's a much more competitive series.
Jermaine O'Neal checked in for the Celtics. Von Weaver comes in for Ray Allen. Knicks trailed by 11. He dishes it to Billups. With the lead pass. Now here's Walker. Here's Stoudemire. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits.
Not his best quarter. I mean, the shots just haven't fallen for him.
Good. And that's 15 points for Paul Pierce.
I can imagine they're going to hear an earful about this next stop. I mean, that's 3 straight field goals given up right in the middle of the lane. Inexcusable.
Defense starts at the rim. You want teams shooting the ball from the outside, and that's not happening. They're just giving up everything inside.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Cook. Doris, what do you have?
Well, guys, the Celtics have become a tight-knit family under Doc Rivers, but Doc can be Ubuntu, all for one. We like each other, said Doc, and we almost accept each other as family. And family, when you have a crisis, you yell at each other, you argue, and then you still like each other. He believes the open atmosphere builds a cohesive unit, guys, and it certainly pays dividends on the floor. Back to you.
Thank you, Doris. It is easy to see that relationship you talked about with the Celtics.
Yeah, you can see it on the floor, too.
Yeah, it's no big surprise to hear the fact that the Celtics function as a family because it's so visible during games, and you can see the effect Doc Rivers has had on this club over the years. I mean, he has become really the face of this franchise.
Stoudemire dishes to Walker. Number 12 is tagged with the reach. That's his first foul. Some changes for Boston. Glenn Davis is checked in for Garnett. Allen comes in for Von Weaver. And Delonte West is subbed in for Rajon Rondo. The Knicks also changing it up. Sean Williams checks in for Jeffries. Mason comes in for Bill Walker. And Tony Douglas is subbed in for Chauncey Billups.
Guys, he's really shot the ball well. It's definitely not his fault they find themselves trailing in this.
10-footer. And again, Paul Pierce. 17 points in the game.
Looking to have a big game. He did a solid job in the first. He's building on that now here in the second. I think he wanted some one-on-one time with the rim. He wasn't letting that thing go.
Now, a little pose up there hanging on the rim, just kind of showing off a little bit, Bud.
Back to Allen. Outside for Davis. They get the rebound. O'Neal. Ray Allen is on the wing. Goes back up. He shoot again. And no mistakes on the way.
That's a nice come up on the boards to allow them a second high-quality look.
He gets it up. Shot is off. And we finished one half of basketball. And it's more NBA action coming your way here on 2K Sports.